And I'm joined by Reds prospect Brantley Bell. Brantley, so far, AFL is almost over, but what's been your biggest takeaway?
Well, playing for my dad has been great.
Yes.
I've loved every second of that. But also meeting the guys around here. They're great players, great dudes as well. So I've definitely gained a lot of friendships I'm going to carry along for the future.
Now let's talk about that. Your dad, Jay Bell, former big leaguer. Now he's the manager here and he's coaching you. Talk about that because you are with the Reds.
Yep.
So was that ever something that you thought would happen, and now that it is, best advice and everything you're learning from him?
Yeah, I didn't really think about it until it actually happens. He didn't tell me he was going to manage the fall league or that I was playing for him until I found out myself. And so yeah, that in itself was a really special thing to happen. And I've been taught my whole life from him, so he's kind of repeating the same stuff. And it's not really different than being at home. He kind of treats everybody else like they're his own kids too. So it's just like he's dad out here.
So growing up in baseball, in major leagues, you have that advantage. How has that helped you now that you're here?
Well, I've seen what it takes to kind of get there. Obviously, I haven't done it yet myself, but I guess from him being a coach in the minor leagues to being a coach in the big leagues, I grew up, in the clubhouse.
Yeah.
So I've seen every aspect of it, and I've learned a lot from those guys over the years. So hopefully I can get there soon enough myself.
Is there a guy growing up, a big leaguer, that really either took you under his wing, or you really you loved seeing and being around him?
Yeah, a lot of the guys, especially since I've been drafted, a lot of the guys from the Reds have kind of taken me in. When he was with the Pirates, had Neil Walker, Garrett Cole. Those guys kind of hung out with me. Even when I was young, when I was really young, 7, 8 years old. All the Diamondbacks guys, they kind of taught me their own things. And I'm grateful for everybody that's given me some information along the way and helped me in my journey.
Now let's talk. I'm sure you answer so many questions about your dad, but you're your own person as well, and you did should I credit you for the Bobcat for the Diamondbacks?
Yeah,
Tell me, how did that come about that you came up with all of that?
Well, when I was probably 7 or 8,
oh my gosh.
they didn't have a mascot yet for the Diamondbacks, and I was driving home one day, and first of all, I loved cats, still do love cats, and the Banklin ballpark was the Bob, so why not have a Bobcat? I didn't even know Bobcat was an animal, and so that, along with the D-backs, Baxter kind of came along with it, and they made it happen. So they kind of I kind of get a lot of fans that they're like, oh, well, it wasn't a snake, but snakes can't walk, or I never scared of snakes, so I love cats. So
that is so awesome. So you were 7, maybe 8,
yeah,
and
something like that.
I mean, the Diamondbacks have a mascot because of you, because of this man right here.
That's right. So if I didn't happen to make it one day, I'd still be part of professional baseball. So.
I'm not sure it's on your Wikipedia page, but if it is, it should be there. So let's talk about baseball. Being drafted, what was your draft day like?
I kind of knew. Well, I was in Cincinnati as it was. My dad was coaching there. He was the bench coach at the time. So I knew I was going to the Reds. So the whole day I was kind of just waiting on the call, and I didn't know they were going to take me the first pick of the third day. I knew I was going the third day at some point, but I was sitting in the stands watching the game. I got the call, and then Zach Cozart got hurt, so I was like, oh man, I might have to go play shortstop for him right now. I'm available, but that was tough for him. But still, it was a great day. I remember every second of it. I was up in the stands with my mom at the time, so it was really special for us.
Do you remember, did you make a first call or first text or anything, or was your phone just blowing up?
It was kind of all coming into me. I talked to my brother and my sister. Obviously, my mom was right there, and my dad already knew. So, everybody important kind of at the time. I called my fiance at the time.
Okay.
So we ended up getting married later on. But I called her, let her know right away, and after that, it was kind of everybody already knew because of my mom. My mom was on top of that already.
She was on it. What's been the best part about being in the Reds organization?
A lot of the people in the Reds organization have so many things they can teach you, whether it's, my coaching staff or, Rover's coming in, Barry Larkin's a big part of, defense and stuff when he comes in. So just all the the Big Red Machine, they're all still around, and they all have a bunch of knowledge to give.
Now, this has been a long season for you. It's almost over. What are you most looking forward to in off-season, which starts maybe 2-3 weeks?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to hang out with my wife a little bit more. The training is awesome out in California. The guys are great. There's quite a few guys in this league right now that I'll be seeing. So just looking forward to taking a couple weeks off, but then getting after it again and getting ready for next season.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Sandy.
For Brantley, I'm Sandy with Baseball Census.